चलिए आज टॉपिक है आपके डिस्कशन का बिरसा मुंडा रिवॉल्ट और आपका स्वागत है। मैंने बताया था इसके पहले के लेक्चर में कि जितने भी ट्राइबल्स मूवमेंट थे ब्रिटिश इंडिया के ड्यूरेशन में, उस ट्राइबल मूवमेंट के पीछे जो ट्राइबल्स की इरादा था कि उनका अधिकार हो, उनकी जमीन पर, जंगल पर, पानी पर, उनकी संस्कृति पे, सामाजिक आर्थिक प्रथा पे उनकी ऑटोनॉमी बाधित नहीं हो, ना तो जगह की ना तो जीवन की। पर अंग्रेज के आने के बाद फ्रॉम टाइम टू टाइम various policies or the doctrines were given and implemented within the territory of India, and that way somehow or the other it were the travellers who were badly affected and their life turned to be a miserable one. So now come to discuss the Birsa Munda revolt. Now the Birsa Munda movement was one of the most significant tribal uprisings in India, picking a fight against British rule and local exploitation. Birsa Munda revolt started as a call for religious reform, धार्मिक सुधार की बात थी, but which transformed into a full-fledged rebellion against colonial authorities, landlords, and moneylenders. Known as Ul-Gulan, also known as Ul-Gulan. Okay, Ul-Gulan का मतलब हुआ कि the great tumult. After between कब हुआ था ये 1895 to 1900 AD, and has been compared to the Boxer Rebellion in China during 1890. यानी कहने का अर्थ हुआ कि ये बॉक्सर मूवमेंट से कंपेयर किया गया इसको। बॉक्सर मूवमेंट ये कहा हुआ था चाइना, कंपेयर अब बिरसा मुंडा के बारे में जानना है कि बिरसा मुंडा was Birsa Munda was travel leader from the Munda tribe, born on, याद रखिएगा ये पीटी में पूछता है, born on November 15, 1875. Remember important date, November 15, year 1875 in Uhatu Rashi. Now it is in Jharkhand. Due to poverty, he was raised at his uncle's home in Ayubhati village. During his schooling in Shalga, Birsa came into contact with the Christian missionaries. He later joined the German Lutheran mission school in Chaibasa, where conversion to Christianity was mandatory. He was uh, baptized as Birsa David, but eventually rejected Christianity. Under the influence of Yadachera, Anand Pandey, a Vaishnava devotee, he studied Hindu scriptures like the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Birsa as a prophet and as a religious beliefs. Birsa Munda as a prophet. अब देखिए इसमें यहाँ पे कि by 1895 at the age of 20, Birsa renounced Christianity and embraced Vaishnavism. He asked his fellow travelers to worship one God and on idol worship, मूर्ति पूजा का बहिष्कार किया छोड़ा and live pure and disciplined life. शुद्ध और अनुशासित जिंदगी. He declared himself as prophet sent to reclaim the Munda people lost kingdom. He encouraged them to stop the paying rent as they believed their land was rightfully theirs. Travels held him as Dharti above, father of the earth, and believed he had. Supernatural powers such as turning bullets into water and curing illness. Christian missionaries felt threatened by Birsa's authority as he discouraged travel conversion to Christianity. We come to the key aspects of Birsa's religious phenomenon. Birsa's teachings invited travels like the Mundas, Rome, and has spreading his influence far and wide. He encouraged travels to return to their original beliefs and even down foreign religions. His movement also resonated with Hindus and Muslims, cutting across caste and religious lines. Folk songs and oral traditions celebrated his masses and leadership. Now come to the slogans and goals. Birsa's famous slogan, Abuwa Sana, Sheta Jana, Maharani Das, Hindu Jana, translates to, remember it, let the rule of the Queen end, let our rule to establish. स्लोगन क्या था फिर मैं बोल रहा हूँ, let the rule of the Queen and let our rule be established. Among the causes of the revolution, economic exploitation, religious separation, social disruptions, this economic exploitation, land alienation, travel lands were taken away by landlords and money vendors, pushing travellers into poverty, heavy taxes, British imposed oppressive taxes, forcing travellers into debt. Religious separation. Christian missionaries tried to convert travellers, setting the traditional beliefs. Travellers were upset by the loss of their cultural and spiritual heritage. Now the social disruptions, British laws undetermined the traditional government system of the Mundas. This was called to unity and self-governance inspired hope among the travellers. Impact and legacy. Birsa Munda's revolt highlighted the travel communities' resilience and their determination to protect their culture and land. Though short-lived, it felt a lasting legacy of resistance against colonial and local oppression. Birsa Munda remains a revered figure, celebrated as a travel hero and freedom fighter. His teachings and leadership continue to inspire movements to travel for travel rights in modern India. The overview of other key travel movements. So the Santhal movement during 1855 to 56. The Santhal rebellion was led by Sidhu and Kanu Murmu in the regions of modern-day Jharkhand, Bihar, and Bengal. It was a response to the exploitation of the Santhal tribes by landlords, moneylenders, and British officials. The rebellion was driven by issues such as loss of travel lands due to deceitful practices, high interest rates and debt traps, heavy taxes and oppressive policies by the British government. Although brutally separate, the movement inspired later uprisings. Coming to Birsa movement, Birsa revolt 1818 to 1857. Birsa tribes in western India, especially in Rajasthan, fought against British interference in their traditional system. Their grievances included loss of forest and land, annexed harassment by British officials and local landlords. Birsa arrived to regain their autonomy and protect their resources. The very important moment is the coal movement. It is during 1831 to 1832. Coal tribals of Jharkhand rose against British authorities and outsiders, the two so-called, who exploited them. The rebellion focused on eviction of coals from their land, economic exploitation by landlords and moneylenders, loss of traditional government systems due to British laws. Although suppressed, the rebellion highlighted the hardships faced by coal. Next, come to the Khasi rebellion. The Khasi rebellion during 1829 to 1833. Khasi tribes in the northeast revolted under the leadership of U. Tiga Singh against British intrusion into their territory. The causes included construction of a road that threatened their autonomy. Right. Next one. Fear of losing their land and cultural identity. Now the rebellion was crushed. Youth remains a symbol of Khasi resistance. नाम याद रखेंगे. Youth. Now, gold uprising is during 1842 to 1860. The gold, one of the Central India's last tribes, revolted in response to economic exploitation, deprivation by landlords and the British officials is the most common cause. Loss of forest and land, which were their primary resources. Leaders like Shankar Shah, SPL headed the revolt seeking to protect downed economy. Now then come to the Nagas and Mizos moment. It is in 20th century. In the northeast, the Nagas and Mizos sought to preserve their unique culture, identity and autonomy. These movements were distinct as they were often driven by separatist sentiments. Causes included British and later Indian government interference in their self-governance, land of cultural and traditional practices due to external influences in the laws law. Then come to the Rampa rebellion. It is during 1922 to 1924. रिमेंबर रखिएगा 1920 से 1924 के बीच में हुआ ये. और रामथा रिबेलियन इसके हीरो थे एलोडी सीताराम राजू. The Rampa tribes in Andhra Pradesh revolted against British forest policies that restricted their access to forest resources. The rebellion focused on resisting oppressive laws that hindered the traditional practices, fighting for the tribes to cultivate and use forest lands. However, Aluri Sitarama Raju was captured and executed. His leadership inspired many ways. Themes क्या क्या थे tribal movements के? Land and forest right. Most revolts arose from tribal communities losing their land and access to forest. Economic exploitation, heavy taxes, high debts, and loss of livelihood were common triggers. Cultural preservation. Many movements were efforts to protect tribal traditions and resist outside influence, including forced religious conversions. Then the leadership, these uprisings were often led by charismatic leaders like Birsa Munda, Sidhu Murmu, and Atul Sitarama Raju. These tribal movements demonstrate the courage of indigenous communities to fight for their rights and preserve their way of life, even in the face of severe oppression and difficulties. So basically, you have seen that there had been many tribal movements, rebellion, uprising during the British India. They fought for their identity, cultural identity, economic practices, authority over the land, water, cultural practices, social practices, a forest, everything is there. And their interests were crashed because of the advent of the so-called the English people. And from time to time, different rules were framed by the British fellowmen that definitely impressed the tribal people, and that led to different tribal movements, whether it's the Birsa Munda movement, Paul movement, Santhal movement, Tara Bhagat movement. But all these tribal movements were definitely to preserve, maintain their identity always. That's all for the day. Thank you.